Okay, so you'll see here the bag that I'm using. I just buy these from Costco. So you want to just make sure it fully covers and fits, so this will prevent spillage. So these ones from Costco, you get 200 bags. They're 13 gallon. They're the Flex Stretch or Flex Tech. They're 60.9 cm by 68.5 cm times 45.7. So these just make it that much more easy for cleanup because, as you'll see when you take it to the bathroom to dump into the toilet, then it's easy to just unwrap it and put it in the garbage. So this is where you insert the plug-in from the outlet, and you'll see that's the switch to turn it on at the top. So I'm just going to show you what the top of the machine looks like so that you're able to understand when you're reading it. You'll see there's the voltage, which is showing off, amperage showing at 0, and the time I have set for 25 minutes. And you'll see also the positive sign at the top. Those will change from positive to negative over about every 3 minutes. And here is the start and stop button you'll see. Sorry, here's the positive and negative that you'll see. I wasn't pointing to that first. So my machine is older. It doesn't have that TENS anymore with the hyperbath, but you will notice it has the infrared. And this is the infrared belt that you will place around the person's abdomen or back, depending on where their needs are. So the infrared belt can be placed in many different places. Here I'm just going to place it around my love handles. So you can place it in places of where there's pain, inflammation, excess fat and tissue so that you can get that circulation moving. So it actually works within about an inch or two within the body, so you can put it over top of clothes. So as you'll see there too, I just plugged it in at the top, right on top of where it says infrared. And you'll see there's 3 different modes. There's low, medium, and high. So you can flip between the 3, and this is the on-off switch. So you can also place it around different organs such as kidneys, liver, things like this, just different places that you want to specifically target on the individual. And again, you can place it on any different body part. Here I'm going to place it on the back of my legs to help target the cellulite. And you just want to make it obviously so that they can still sit down because it's going to be about a half an hour, so they want to be comfortable. And this is where the infrared lies, right in here. So this is the part that needs to be touching the body. So just to help for cleanup and spills and any mess, because this is toxic stuff, so it's very bad for staining. You always want to make sure that you have some kind of washable towel or dirty kind of rag thing that you don't really care about getting messed up if you ever have to throw it away. And then you're going to place lukewarm to hot water. You want to make sure obviously it's not hot, not burning, but you want about half to 3/4 full. It does not need to be specifically distilled or purified, although I did use that when I was living in Mexico just because of the condition of the water. So just pay attention to your condition of water around you. Now you're going to apply a little bit of salt. So you're going to be very careful. I start out with a little bit to begin. So it's usually just a sprinkle, but I want to let you know you can go over the top and the amperage will exceed and it will start beeping at you. So just in case you do go over the top. So I try and make the amperage about 1.8 to 2, and salt is what brings it up to those levels. So as the person sits down, You want to make sure they do not place their feet in the tub while they're standing because it is still somewhat fragile, it's plastic. But you want them to sit down first, and then you're going to wrap the infrared belt around them. You're going to plug it in and then get them to put their feet in the water. So my husband will now be the guinea pig, which I will show in another video from start to finish his cleanse and how it works and how to do it. So you always want them to test the water with their feet to make sure it's not too cold, not too hot. You need it to be that nice, warm, lukewarm water so that their pores will start to open up so they can get the best detox possible. So I'm now going to put the infrared belt and wrap it around. I want to cover more so his liver because he's facing a little bit of a skin rash at the moment. And I always make sure the top is fully covered by the little bag just to make sure if they move their feet or any splashes or any spills, which you will see later in the video, it helps protect the machine. So now that it's done, you want to unhook it before they take their feet out. So I'm going to unplug the infrared to make sure that doesn't get anything on it. I'm going to make sure I unplug it and then make sure the wires are all away from him. So now he can put his feet on the paper towels to start drip drying. Then we're going to use the paper towels to wipe off his feet. So I usually use about 1 or 2 paper towels per foot, and then you're going to use some natural clean baby wipes in order just to get any gunk or goop off. Sometimes you will see it's a little bit thicker than other times. I'm sorry, I don't know how to speed up the video in certain parts like this, so it's just a little bit of his cleanup. But it's good. It kind of shows you about how long it takes to set up and to do the cleanup. So it doesn't take too long, which is nice for this kind of a therapy, especially when you add it to, say, after reflexology or massage, if you're doing it for business or just even for yourself. It doesn't take a lot of time. So now you can take a second to look and see what was happening in that water and review your chart. So when you take it into the bathroom to dump it into the toilet here, you are going to want to remove the array first, and then you're going to want to put that in the sink and start rinsing that immediately. And then you're going to go back and dump the rest of it in the toilet. So now with cleaning the array, you want to make sure you have a decent sized jug that can fit the array properly, not the coil, and let that sit out on the side. So it's best to keep the array in this at all times when you're not using the foot bath because it keeps it clean. So what you need to add to the water is ascorbic acid. So you need just about a sprinkle or two, and I put it in with warm water first to dissolve and then fill the rest up with cold water. So you want to make sure to change it every so often. As you'll see, as it cleans, it will be taking any debris and cleaning the metals itself. So make sure that this is cleaned on a regular basis by using that ascorbic acid and water.